So stop introducing yourself by your job title. Start introducing yourself by your kingdom role. What are you here for? I want to talk to you about how to live like a king, how to think like a king, how to operate like a king. You know, most people don't understand that kings ask for crowns, but they don't ask for true leadership. And that's why I want to introduce this opportunity to you. Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Martin Williams. I love to help people discover, develop, and deploy themselves into the world that they choose and not lose their lives while they're doing it. So welcome to this powerful series, and I'm titling it, How to Live Like a King. When we say live like a king, we use that word king. This is not about gender. It's not about politics. It's not about position. It's about identity. Kings are born, not voted in. You have to really understand this. Kings aren't, they're born into life. Every human being that was born on this planet were born to be kings. Because kingship begins with identity, not position. You're not waiting for a promotion. You were born with dominion. You were born with it when you came. When we read our Bible, and you know how I feel about the Bible, it literally says, let them have dominion. The them includes males and female. When we use the word king, we're not referring to a man. We're not referring to a woman. We're referring to a mindset. In other words, in God's kingdom, kingdomship is not male. It is not female. It is management. So we're going to dive into this. You know why? Because now you've been dreaming, you've been thinking, you've been opening your heart. This is the end of the year, the beginning of a season in your life. And now you're thinking about it. All year you may have been busy and not paying attention to those thoughts, but right now you are. So that's why I want to bring this series to you, because we need kings, period. So I just want to make sure we get this covered from the beginning so no one misunderstands me. God never made Adam a male king. He did not make Eve a female king or a female servant. He made them both in his image and gave both of them dominion. Both of them, same verse. The same verse is the same thing about both of them. Are we getting this clear? Genesis 1:26 and 28, they were both spoken to like kings. So when I say live like a king, I'm talking about every son or daughter of the Creator who's called to reign in their realm. What did I say? This is about every man and woman who's called to reign in their realm. That's what we're talking about. Don't misunderstand me. Don't misquote me to anybody. Make sure you're saying and represent what I'm presenting. The kingdom of God is not about male and female. It's not about gender. It's about leadership and power. All right. So in the kingdom of God, there is no male kings. In the kingdom of God, there are no female queens. The only thing in the Bible is that there is kingdom, monarchy. People want a crown. They want something sitting on their heads, but they're not praying and understanding the power of kingdom living and living like a king. That with that crown comes purpose, comes leadership. So you can't live like a king if you still think like a captive. You can't just keep trying to move on in your life without understanding what a king or what a kingdom is. So ask yourself, I want to ask you this question. Have you ever noticed that people want the benefits of kingship, wealth, peace, power, but they don't want the process that builds them into a king? They want a lot of money, but they don't know how to change their mindset to manage a lot of money. We give you $1 million today. I guarantee you, without the right mindset, you'll be broke and in bankruptcy in a month. That's how this works. So we're broaching this subject because all of you are dreaming out there. All of you are thinking out there. Everybody has a desire to have something. I want to show you how to become a king so all these things can come to you so that the doors will open. So what if your life isn't waiting for God to bless you? It's really, what if it's really about him waiting for you to take dominion over your life? When you take dominion over your life, that's the true life of a king. The true life of a king is not really dominion over others. It's not dominion over others and their life and making them do what you want them to do. The true life, living like a king, really is all about you having dominion over your own life, your own purpose, your own calling, your own desires, your own dreams, your own reason for being here. That is a king. And it's my job to create the culture that creates kings. That's why I'm here. I know exactly why I was born. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Right now, I'm just trying to do it at the best of my ability. God did not create you to survive this world. Say it with me. God did not create me to just survive this world. Say it with me. He created me to subdue my world. I was created to be a king over my world, a king over my assignment, a king over what I'm here to do. And that's all you dream about. I'd be willing to bet you that's all you think about. You're not necessarily jealous of other people who have a life. You just want one of your own. You're not mad at other people who have a purpose in what they're doing. You just want to know your own. Kingship is not about hierarchy. It's about heritage, the heritage that you receive from the one and the amazing King himself, right? So we have to clarify this understanding that earthly kings try to rule people, but kingdom kings rule purpose. We're not trying to rule other people. We're just trying to rule this one person in their calling, their assignment, and their reason for being here. Earthly kings dominate others. Kingdom kings dominate themselves. So important. Write it down. Earthly kings inherit land. Kingdom kings inherit responsibility. Kingdom kings have this responsibility that they know they must carry out in life. Here's a big example of David, who was chosen to be king while still tending sheep. He was a young teenager. His family didn't see it. Nobody saw it. Nobody could. When Samuel came to pick the next king, David wasn't even in the house. They didn't even think about David. They forgot about him. But heaven did not forget. The cosmos did not forget David, and it has not forgotten you. Come on, join with me. Understand that I'm opening you up to something you may have never heard, so that you'll have an understanding you never had before. So you'll have a dream that comes out of you never desired, you never really had the audacity to dream. You have a desire that comes into your heart that it's bigger than you, and now you can make a decision for that. That's why you're listening to this. It's time for decisions. Kingship begins when God speaks. Kingship begins when you were created, not when people approve. People don't have to approve of you. They don't have to like you. They don't have to help you. They don't have to do any of that. It happens because you know what your life is really all about. I think I'm making sense. So this application in your life, this thing that we're talking about is simply this. You don't need a crown to conform or confirm. You don't have to conform to this world, because you don't need a crown to confirm your calling. You don't have to have a crown. You don't have to have a physical crown. You don't have to walk into a room and everybody go, oh, royalty is here. You don't need all of that. You are a king if you have dominion over your own mind, if you have dominion over your own emotions, if you have dominion over your own assignments. You are a king. You are a king when those things happen. So stop introducing yourself by your job title. Start introducing yourself by your kingdom role. What are you here for? I am Martin Williams. I'm here to help people keep their dreams. I'm the Dreamkeeper. I help people keep their dreams by making sure that they discover who they are, develop who they are, and deploy who they are. It's time for you to go where you belong, not just where you're invited. Write it down. Martin said, it's not just time for me to be voted in or for people to invite me in. It's time for me to go where I belong. even if I don't have an invitation. I don't need an invitation. I know who I am and what I'm here to do. I'm not a teacher, I'm a transformer. I'm here to transform segments of our society. I'm not a business owner, I'm a builder of wealth and opportunity, not just for me, but I'm here to build that wealth with and for other people. I'm not a pastor, I'm a governor of grace. The laws of our kingdom come through me. That's why I am here. So here's my question to you. What would change in your life if you lived every day as if you were born to rule? Yeah, that's my question. What would change in your life if you lived every day realizing that you were born to rule? How would your life change? Put that in the chat. Put that in the comments. Let people know how your life would change if you lived that way. That's so important for you to know, and it's important for us to know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and go ahead and watch the next video.